All right, everybody, how you doing? Welcome to this week's episode of What's Up with Tylor Gallagher. My name is Tylor Gallagher, and I'm here reporting on this week's games for you. Wayne's fantasy football team versus the Chase is on. 68 to 113. Wayne's fantasy football team, very sorry about how this went out. You didn't get any points from your tight end, Commish. He didn't do so good. Chase is on. Had a big day with A.J. Brown. 25 points there. Jamar Gibbs, 24. Linguini with muscles versus the Wizards of Loneliness. This seems like a big match. Let's see what happened. The Wizards of Loneliness won 167 to 114. Josh Allen, he put up about 30 points. Wasn't enough to get it done. Wizards took that one pretty convincingly. Mahomes, 43 points. And Deonta Foreman, 33 points. American Gucci versus the Gasps. Wow, everyone was looking forward to this one. Could American Gucci beat Birds of War, but then also the Gasps, also another division leader? Turns out he couldn't. Lost 88 points to 104 points. James Cook, he had a big day, 19 points out there. Baltimore D, not enough to get it done for American Gucci. Jemima Kirke Cousins versus Birds of War. Crazy. ETN, 22 points on the day. You can't even imagine how many points that is. Well, you can, it's 22. Andrews picks up another 20 points, right? Oh wow, Jalen Hurts and C-Mac. A lot of points. Didn't get it done though. Next up, we have the New York Football Gordons versus Ayahuasca Healing. Ayahuasca Healing. You think maybe you want one win? I don't know. We were trying it out this week. Let's see what happened. Oh man, you lost another one. You lost 90 to 96. RJ Gordon's New York Football Gordons, led by Saquon with 19 points. KW3 racks up 15. Puka in his 19. Not enough to get it done. All right, and our last matchup, Taints versus Game Plan McMahons. I mean, Taints' whole damn roster looks like a Christmas tree. What are we gonna say there? Tony, Amari Cooper, liabilities? Who knows? Tough one. Taints looking really strong out there.
Tylor's awards for the week. The Woo Award goes to the Wizards of Loneliness with a whopping 167 points. Our Oof Award goes to Wayne's Fantasy Football Team with only 68 points this week. You got robbed, Birds of War, with a whopping differential of 129.76. Our laugher of the week in week 7 was the Taints over Game Plan McMahon by 69.38 points. Our nail biter of the week goes to the New York Football Gordons over Ayahuasca by 5.94 points. Tylor's bonus stats. Ayahuasca is still the only winless team. The Taints and the Wizards of Loneliness both with big statement wins while dropping over 160 points. Are they joining the ranks of BORGER's elite? The top 4 of G South also represent the top 4 highest scoring teams in the league. One of these teams will not make the playoffs. Who will be left out in the cold in this cutthroat, fiercely competitive division? Matchup of the week for Week 8. The Gasp versus the Chasers On. A clash of the two Pickle-East juggernauts for sole possession of first place in the division.
Joe Gallagher, how are you doing today, buddy?
I'm great. Thanks for taking the time to chat with me this week.
Oh, for you, anything, my friend. Very happy to have you here. Jemima has been quite a force this year, and trying to get a few minutes with you has been tough, but, we made it happen, and really pumped you're here today.
Same, yeah. I've had a busy schedule, but, I'll take some time out for the commish.
Anything you could do is always helpful. All right, so listen, Joe, I want to get right into it today, okay? Things have been a little bit crazy this year, a lot of competition, a bunch of teams looking very formidable. You've been a top contender now in BORGER Cat Fate for 2 years running, both years of its existence. So your team has definitely been a force. What do you do to get some rest at night, knowing that you have just such a big target on your head?
Well, to be completely frank, I feel like I'm flying under the radar here a little bit. I think like my guys are a little overlooked in terms of how good they are and how they've just been clicking on the field. I feel like everybody's looking at Birds of War and the Gasps and maybe even Wizards this year as top teams. And so I'm sleeping well because, nobody's coming for me yet, but I like sliding under the radar and just letting the points speak for themselves,
For sure, yeah, you feel comfortable in that zone is what you're saying. You like being kind of just, keep on going, keep on talking about Gasps, keep on talking about Wizards. Don't think too much about Jemima. I'm making moves, putting up numbers.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'm a force to be reckoned with, but if people want to overlook me, it's like, I love my haters. Let's just put it that way.
You love them. Yeah, bring it on for you. That's what you're saying.
Bring it on.
That's cool. All right, little personality thing over here I like to ask all my guests real quick. All right, we'll do it. We'll hit it really quick. All right, ska, the music, buying or selling?
Well, it depends on what you're selling here. Desmond Decker, yeah, all day. Real Big Fish, yeah. No, I'm going to be passing on Real Big Fish and Streetlight Manifesto and all that garbage. Send that some other guy's way, not me.
Oh, well, that's great. I know you're a music man yourself, and so I wore actually my Billy Joel shirt today. I don't know if you caught that in there. This is a good one. This is like a collection of a bunch of his lyrics. I don't know if you can see it there, but it's good to have your thoughts on ska. Because between all the generations, I hear a lot of first and third. Nobody talks about two so much, but I guess we'll go back to that another day. All right, a lot of hard-hitting stuff here, Joe, man. Your team is really putting up big numbers every week, and you're feeling good. You're flying underneath the radar. Who besides your team, your own team, do you think had the best draft this season, maybe? Have you had a chance to look back and think about that one?
Yeah, I think that really looking at all the teams, all the rosters, and it's hard to remember exactly who people picked up in trades and off waiver or whatever it might be, free agents. But I think that Tylor squad is really, when you look at it top to bottom, I'm thinking, like, how did he get all of these guys together on the same team? How did he pull them together? It is just truly stacked, and they a hard opponent last week. Gotta give them props. But yeah, there's some enviable players on that squad for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I do agree with that. Yeah, I do think, going into this year being a keeper league, last year we had a big shift in draft picks from one team to the other. We had a few teams really pick up some good opportunities in early rounds. Off the top of my head, I don't think Tylor was too much a part of that too. I think his team kind of is organic, but there are a bunch of studs out there and a bunch of teams. But yeah, his team looks very clean, very good draft, and I would agree with you there. Thanks, Joe, on that one. All right, let me ask you this one. But after 2 years of success, I'm wondering what your guys are eating out there. What kind of cool supplements maybe they're on, taking any cool pills? I don't know, something, maybe a new pill. Shed some light maybe on the routines. What drives the success of this team physically?
Yeah, that's a great question. And, we've done a lot of experimenting in terms of, dieting and supplements, workout routines, etc. But I am really thinking about the keeper league. I'm thinking about longevity. So I don't know if you've heard about these blue zones, people where they live, living up to be 100 years old and things like that. So I've been doing some looking into that. How are they living out in Okinawa and stuff like that? How do these guys live to be that old? And so I really want my guys to have long, healthy careers. So we're doing the blue zone diet. We're reducing the amount of eggs. We are eating, a fair amount of beans. We're making sure that we have about 3 ounces of fish a week. We're trying to make sure that these guys are not only going to be strong and fit, but they're probably going to live forever, and I'm going to keep them. I'm going to keep as many as I can, on my squad. And in terms of pills, we're trying all sorts of weird experimental stuff. We're getting stuff shipped from, all over the world. I don't even really know half the stuff we're taking. I'm just giving it, Diggs, take this one, Mark Andrews, see what this, and, these guys are getting hopped up on these pills. But
they're putting up big numbers too. That may be behind some of that success. Wow, the blue zone. Okay, man. That's something else. A little bit of protein, lean back on the eggs and long, healthy, clean diet. That's good. Plenty of experimental pills. That's kind of what's all in the pot over there for a big successful Jemima, it looks like. All right, so Joe, I want to ask you a question. Last week, I know we had another manager on, Kieran McShane over with Linguini with Muscles. Good guy. It was the first time we tried out this segment. It's called Defend This. I don't know if you caught that one. If you caught that one, then I think I have a little fun coming your way. But if not, maybe this is your first time, and I want to hit it with you because I was taking a look over at the transaction log and dug back a few weeks, and I couldn't help but notice this only because over on American Gucci, we gave him a very a nice warm place to sit and stake out his place in Odell Beckham Jr. But I did see that ODB for the Detroit defense move. So without saying too much more, what was going on there, man? Defend that.
All right, so I'll defend this. I thought that this season, the Ravens spend $15 million on OBJ. We're thinking that, he's going to be, him and Lamar are going to be connecting. They posted, Lamar posted something on Instagram of him FaceTiming with OBJ right after the deal was signed. We knew Lamar was staying with the Ravens. I thought this was going to be like, some buddy cop kind of movie. So I kept OBJ. I put him in probably when I shouldn't have. And you know what? He's good for about 4 points a week. He's not going to get that catch again in his entire career. So I thought, you know what? It's time to get rid of him, and I needed to stream a defense because Dallas was on a bye. So I thought, well, the Lions sure are looking good this season. That's a feel-good story. I love rooting for the underdog. Let's put the Lions in. Turns out I would have been better playing the Dallas defense, who had a bye week, and I would have had more points. But, That one was for Jay. I know he's a Lions fan. I was just putting a little bit of that big trust in for the Lions. Turns out
Okay.
to.
That's a throwback. Love that right there. Oh, I hear you, man. Okay, well, look, that seems all very well and valid, but I do want to add to that sometimes 4 points a week, depending on the team you're managing, I mean, that's all the difference in the world. But all right, we don't all stack up huge numbers. 130, Jesus Christ, I can't even. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that feels like. But hey, that's the American Gucci squad, and we're gonna figure that out. But yeah, man, I hear you on ODB, but I got you for one more, so I'm just gonna dish this out your way real quick. We both know that there can only be one winner, right? You know, this where the BORGER Cafe trophy is gonna go, where it's gonna live after it leaves Massapequa, Long Island, over at Wayne's. But if you don't go to the distance this year, you know, I want you to define the season in terms of success and kind of feel you out about what success means for you and in terms of, you know, your squad.
Well, I think for me this year's success is really kind of looking at the strategy that I put together, looking at how I drafted, what pieces I was really evaluating and prioritizing and see how that works. And basically taking some good knowledge into the next season when it comes to the draft and sort of some of the plays I might make there. But I'm still looking to compete here. I feel like I said, I think we're overlooked. I've looked at the matchups coming up. I think we're going to do pretty good. I'm just trying to do a little bit better than last year. For whatever reason, started off really strong and then kind of choked a little bit towards the end. This year, I'm hoping to, you know, keep the wins coming and have some consistency. So, in conclusion, we're going to take what we learned from the draft, and we're going to just keep winning. And if I don't win at all, I just want to win a lot. That's success.
That's good. I really like to hear that, Joe. Yeah, if you don't win at all, you want to win a lot. Really well said. So listen, man, I won't keep you too much longer. I know, I don't know, knowing you're probably busy and doing a number of things. So I'm going to thank you again for stopping by tonight and chatting with me. And this week, Tylor is out, actually, I don't know, probably licking his wounds a little bit. It was tough. I know game plan. I'm sorry, not game plan. I'm sorry, Birds of War took an L. And of course, there was that devastating Phillies Game 7 loss. So I hope everything is okay over there in Pittsburgh, and we love him. We want to see him back. But yeah, Joe, thanks again, and we'll talk soon, my friend.